Welcome inside South Fayette High School as continuing coverage today as your Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Chargers enter the state tournament against the Westmont Hilltoppers. Hi everybody, Matt Fargo alongside Christian Harbaugh. Welcome courtside and welcome to our broadcast coverage of Charger basketball. It is the PIAA state playoffs round number 1 as basketball's 3rd season begins today. And Christian, it's the season where it is truly, finally, win or go home. This is the ultimate prize, playing for a state championship, and the Chargers fortunate enough to have won the last 2, albeit in a different classification, but they are still a defending state championship, and the quest to defend that state championship starts today, and it starts against the Westmont Hilltoppers.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a test for the Chargers today. They're going to have to play a really great game, but again, defending champions, they know how to get it done. Even though they're in different classification, it's not going to matter too much. They got the coaching staff, they got the players. Now it's just about getting out there on the court, playing the right way, doing what they've did all year, and then, you know, you win one, then you go into the next one. You win another one, and then so on and so forth. So you just got to go out there and play hard.
Westmont Hilltop coming into tonight's game as the 3 seed out of District 6. They are 17-7 on the season, defeating Tyrone 61-46 to advance to the state postseason. I mentioned their overall record at 17-7, and they're out of the Johnstown area. If you're not familiar with the Hilltoppers, out of Johnstown. And the Chargers coming in as the 7-2, the 2 seed out of District 7, of course, falling in the WPIAL championship game to Deer Lakes. And now trying to bounce back after that loss, Christian. I think the Chargers have done a really nice job this season of bouncing back and playing better after a loss. And it's maybe unfortunate for Westmont Hilltop that the Chargers are going to be hungry after that WPIAL championship loss. And albeit the players probably aren't mentioning it, and you know it's a long road to get there, but they love to see Deer Lakes down in what would end up being the Western semifinals if they were able to do that. And again, it kind of all starts tonight with that quest to get back to the state title.
Yeah, it definitely hurts, you know, that loss the other day, but I think you learn from it. You're hungry from it, like you said. So coming into this game, you know these guys are going to be ready to go and geared up. They had a week of preparation and preparing for this game, and then also it's a close drive for them, right? The Hilltoppers had to come a long way to get here, so that's going to play hopefully in the Chargers' favor.
Yeah, the first round of the playoffs, of the state playoffs, if your building is big enough, your home gym is big enough, you get to host the first round. The Chargers don't have a big enough gym, so it goes to a neutral site. That's why we're here in District 7 and at South Fayette as Westmont Hilltop and the Chargers get ready to square off. When we come back, it will be starting lineups, and we'll get you ready for the Chargers and the Hilltoppers. It's coming up next right here on the O Sports Network's proud presentation of the PIAA Pennsylvania Basketball State Playoffs, and it's coming up next on OSN.
Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the third-place team out of District 6, the Westmont Hilltoppers.
And we'll welcome you back to South Fayette.
2, Ryan Kraft.
PIAA playoffs on a St. Patrick's Day celebration here in Pittsburgh. The parade today, earlier this morning. And the Chargers trying to take some luck from the Irish tonight and trying to advance. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Westmont Hilltoppers. They'll put out on the floor number 2, a 5'11 senior guard, Ryan Kraft. A 6'2 senior forward, Jackson Rupert. A 6'3 junior guard, number 13, Jonathan Croco. A freshman at 6 foot, a guard, number 22, Jack Wesner. And a 6'5 junior forward, number 23, Noah Brownlee. Dave Roman, the head coach of Westmont Hilltop. The starting lineup for the Chargers, the usual suspect. Number 1, Rocco Spadafora. Number 3, Dorian Tate. Number 4, Darion Greer. Number 33, Bryson Kirshner. And number 34, B.J. Vaughn. Rocco Spadafora in the WPIAA final, Christian, tied the record for most three-pointers in a championship game.
Yeah, it was spectacular. The man was really shooting it well. Guys were finding him all over the court that whole night, and hopefully he stays hot today. Hopefully, you know, they can find him. He can move without the basketball, find the soft spots, and his guys can keep finding him.
And that guard is 6'1 senior, number 34, B.J. Vaughn.
Here the starting lineups as announced by PA announcer Brandon Rossai, who was the voice of 9 of the 12 WPIAA championship games. He had a busy weekend last week. That other guy that was doing the finals, though, he was terrible. Oh, my goodness.
My God, I'm sitting next to 2 superstars over here. We got him over here. We got you. Man.
No, good stuff all the way around.
The voice of the Pirates. Getting ready, man. We're getting.
And before I forget, congratulations in order for you. The
Appreciate
BC3 headed to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that's
congratulations.
super cool. I appreciate you guys.
The coach, Christian Harbaugh, with us today. And thanks for all of you watching as Hilltopper fans. I know a lot tuning in from the Johnstown area. Welcome to the O Sports Network, and glad we can bring this one to you. The Chargers with the tip, and they control the basketball to start things at Spadafora. The Chargers trying to get back to a 3rd straight state championship. Going back 3 years, they have not lost in the state tournament because 3 years ago, they were still in the state tournament when the state of Pennsylvania closed everything and ended the tournament before there was a winner. As Greer misses inside, Hilltoppers pull away the rebound, and they'll bring it up the floor. First trip up the floor for Westmont Hilltop.
It looks like the Hilltoppers are going to go with the same kind of defense, a little bit of triangle and 2 action, try to take the ball away from Rocco and B.J. Vaughn.
Kraft inside, turns around and drops in a 2. Ryan Kraft, their best player, as the Hilltoppers up 2-0.
And that was a pretty crafty move right there from him. Good footwork.
Near side, it's Kirshner, runs the baseline, decides to hand it off, but he hands it off to a man in scarlet and gray. On the steal there, Jonathan Croco, and worked it back to Jack Wesner, who will operate to the far side. A triple on the way for the far side wing, and pure from Ryan Kraft. And it's Kraft 5, Chargers nothing.
Got to close out to the lefty. Got to know where he is. Good shot maker. And here's the other thing, too. With the Chargers, they've seen this all year where, you know, Kirshner's been wide open in the corner. Both times they leave him open. They're daring him to shoot the basketball. He just has to be aggressive. Either take the shot or just penetrate and kick.
Spadafora missed a 3, and now Westmont Hilltop brings it up the floor.
Chargers in man-to-man right now? No, they're in 2-3 zone.
Croco. Westmont taking their time on this offensive position here to the near side wing, 3 in the air. Good again, another triple. Ryan Kraft opens up with the first 8 points of the ball game.
You got to run him off the line. He's too comfortable right now. All 3 shots have been super comfortable, in rhythm.
5'11" senior has 8 points already. Here's Tate feeding to Greer, and the Chargers can't get on the board as Greer misses another one inside. It pulls away a rebound. Here's Vaughn now. 5:45 opening quarter. Little crossover move for BJ on the right hand, stops at the foul line. Dishes it to Bryson. Kirshner drives inside the paint. Off-balance shot, taken away by Westmont. Kraft back up the floor. Kraft stop and pop for a triple. It's good. And a timeout by the Chargers. Westmont out to an 11-0 lead.
Wow, what a shot by Kraft. In transition to just stop and pop like that. That was unbelievable. Man, Kraft is really coming out here, seeing it well right now. Good form, good touch. That's a great jump shot he has, too.
And this kind of reminds me, Christian, of the Western Final from last year when the Chargers got down big early after Harden hit 7 threes to open up the game. But the Chargers look up. They find themselves down 11-0 just like that.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to run him off the line. You got to know where he is. I know that they knew in the scouting report that they had to make sure to cover him, but holy smokes, he's coming out here on fire.
And you know, the bullseye is big on the Chargers' backs right now as 2-time defending state champs. Everyone well documented what this team has done, and Westmont comes out firing as Kirshner denied.
It was a great play, too. It was there. Good cross screen, good action, and just couldn't finish through contact.
Well, do they work the ball to Ryan Kraft? No travel is called.
Traveling violation.
And you got to think he's going to take the next shot no matter what. He's got to have the heat check. I thought that was the heat check, and he made it.
First substitution of the ball game, Caden Miller checks in, a sophomore that can also stroke it from 3-point range. Spatafora almost leaned into that one, was able to work it back outside. Here's Tate pulling up at the foul line. Pure, the Chargers are on the board.
Man, that's a nice jump shot. What a great pull-up. And he's going to have to do more of that during this game if they're going to keep leaving him open and daring him to shoot the basketball.
Kraft back outside, triple on the way for Wesner, good. And they're perfect from long range. And Wesner, the first player that isn't Ryan Kraft on the score sheet for Westmont Hilltop.
I guess that bus ride didn't do anything. They're not sleepy at all. They're not tired. They're stretched out, ready to go, making shots early.
Spatafora through the lane on the right hand, off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Brownlee. Loose, and then the Chargers come away with it. Now here's Tate. Tate inside to Bryson. Bryson on the right hand, sat on the rim and fell out. They can't buy a bucket right now. 4 minutes gone by here in the first.
They're getting to the rim right now. They just can't finish through contact.
Inside. Missing that one off the back of the backboard. Brownlee. Chargers bring it up in transition. Spatafora. Crossover. Spin move to the rack. Blocked. But out of bounds off of Spatafora as he got it on his wallet. Tried to work it back out, but was already on the line. Westmont Hilltop gets the possession here.
The Hilltoppers are doing such a great job at staying in front of the Chargers right now and staying on the ground. And then their length is giving them some trouble. They were able to block some shots here.
Yeah, 6'3" Croco got the block on that last one. 14-2. Westmont has the advantage here early.
They're all built the same way here, all long and lanky. List them at 6'2", but they all look 6'4" to me.
Wesner inside and a foul. First one of the ball game going against Greer. As Rocco Coladinato checks in for the first time today.
For the Chargers, number 20, Rocco Coladinato.
Inbound triggered in here for Westmont. Get it into Croco. Hands it off to Kraft.
You got to make sure you stay attached to number 2 now. Can't lose him in the zone.
Westner to Croco. loose, taken away by Vaughn. Vaughn pushes it up the floor. Handed off to Tate on the right hand. Good for two. Dorian Tate.
And that's what the Chargers need to do. They need to get out in transition. That's going to be their best offense right now, instead of letting the Hilltoppers set up and getting that triangle and two action.
Kroko. Cross-court pass. Over to Kraft. Kraft step back. Moved it over. Three on the way. Wesner. That's the first miss from triple range. Put back opportunity and a travel as Brownlee gets called for the walk.
That was better defense there. Got a rebound out of the zone, though. You got to know that they're going to have long shots and long rebounds because they're taking all these three-pointers. So everybody's got to crash the glass.
Spatafor hands it off to Vaughn. BJ. Not sure where to go with it. Kind of looks, yeah, Tate wasn't even looking for the ball. Thankfully, it was a soft enough pass. He was able to pay attention. Now Kirshner pulling up at the elbow. That one hits back iron, no good. Not a good look, not a typical look for the Chargers there.
No, they looked out of sorts there. It looked like Coach Rodriguez was calling a play. Somebody didn't know it and understand what they were doing. So,
far side, Kraft is pressured, moved it back up top to Wesner. Kroko on the left hand, step back. That's good for two more.
Jumper by Jonathan.
A tough shot that is, too. Good step back. And they got so much length right now that the Chargers are contesting. They're just making shots over top of them.
Vaughn here to the near side. Up top, Tate eyes up a triple. Off the rim, no good. Kraft a rebound and a foul on Vaughn.
And the thing is, with the Chargers, it's been the same way all year with their offense. They have to find ways to find different seams and different soft spots and get the ball in different guys' hands because they see all these weird defenses, box and one, triangle and two, and they're just packing it in right now. There's no driving lanes.
Well, you know what? If you just watch this basketball game without jerseys on and names of teams, you'd think the Chargers were the team that made the 2.5-hour drive here to South Fayette and not
it's what
Westmont Hilltop, right?
Yeah, it
the
looks
25-minute drive. Spatafora lost it, and a whistle. 2 shots coming. First foul on Westmont Hilltop tonight. That's going to go against Caden Miller. Send Spatafora to the line.
So the more the Chargers get stops, the more runouts they can have, and the better it'll be for them. More opportunities and put the Hilltoppers in a scramble situation on defense. Because right now, when they can set up that triangle and two, they pack it in. They're forcing and daring 3 guys to shoot the ball that aren't Spatafora and BJ Vaughn, and it makes it tough. Those are your shooters.
Chargers trail by 11, 1 minute to go here in the first.
And I must say I like to call bringing Grisafi in here early because he can't make shots and make some plays. And this 1-2-2 giving the Hilltoppers a little bit of
Kraft,
trouble.
first miss of the day for Kraft, and Grisafi gets the rebound. 40 seconds to play in the first. Kirshner driving, spinning, pure for 2.
He's got great footwork. He's tremendous down there. When he can get to his spots and knows where he wants to get to, he can finish.
Chargers cut the deficit now to inside single digits. We get a kick ball here with 21 seconds to go in the first.
And so with the Chargers extending this defense out here now and trying to trap, it's giving the Hilltoppers a little bit of problems here, and they're not as comfortable getting into their spots, getting to where they want to be. The pressure's getting to them a little bit.
Wesner knocked out of bounds by Colinado.
And at times, this has been the best defense for the Chargers, too. And it's a good wrinkle because they start out in their 2-3 zone, or maybe they're a man, but then when they get you with this 1-2-2 trap, always seems to switch the momentum.
Inside, and that one rolls out for Rupert. Rebound Chargers in transition with 4 seconds. Colinado with 3, lay it up and in with 2 seconds. Rocco on the board to end the first. And the Chargers make a little bit of a run there to end the first quarter. 16-9 the score after 1. You're watching live coverage of the PIAA basketball playoffs here on the OLSH Sports Network. It is A battle here between the Hilltoppers and the Chargers. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more. You're watching live coverage of Charger basketball on the OLSH Sports Network.
Come with me now. Come with me.
Back to South Fayette. OLSH Sports Network bringing you PIAA basketball playoffs alongside Christian Harbaugh. Matt Fargo with you today from the home of the Lions. Hilltoppers and Chargers in quarter number 2 in the 3A bracket.
You take away those three-pointers in the first quarter, it's a different ball game.
Croco and Kraft play catch. Kraft is double teamed to bounce it back over to Croco. Chargers double teaming the basketball right now. Wesner inside to Brownlee, missing the shot there off a few body parts and picked up by the Chargers. As Kirshner gets it, they try to take a charge and they do not. They take a foul. Officials looked unsure there.
Yeah, I honestly thought they were going to think about calling a charge, but he was falling before he got there and he Euro stepped past him. Those are the things. The block charge calls are, you know, they're momentum changers, but they're flip of a coin sometimes. I mean, you're never going to be, depending on what side you're on, you're never going to be happy about a charge call.
Well, one of the issues in the WPIAL finals was missed foul shots, and Kirshner misses the first there. And, you know, I even look it over, we're right in front of Mike Rodriguez, and, you know, he just gives a shake of the head as the Chargers come up empty on that trip to the line as Kirshner missed both.
I mean, how many games are lost in March because you don't make free throws? A ton. So that's a crucial part of the game.
Every level.
Yep.
Spadafora does get the Chargers back with the basketball, so they missed 2 and they get an opportunity. Bryson going to try to get the 2 the hard way, and he misses the bunny inside.
You just got to use the glass there. What a great play by Rocco. Great roll by Kirshner. Good find, but just didn't use the glass.
Far side, Kraft cross-court pass to get it to Wesner. Inside, Croco up with it, no good. Knocked away, chased down by Kirshner. Bryson brings it up, hands it off to Spadafora, lost it off of Westmont. Wesner pleading with the zebra to send it the other way, and official rules the opposite.
Yeah, and that one's just, their spacing's off. You got to watch. Kirshner just got to give him a handoff.
Tate up top, Spadafora. Rocco spinning, stopping in the lane, moved it back outside to Tate at the elbow, pulls up, misses. Easy clear away rebound for Jackson Rupert.
And they're trying to double screen there and stagger away for Rocco to get a look at the rim. Hasn't taken a shot yet, but
Croco, no. And looks like lid has been put on the basket. Neither team has scored in this quarter as Colinado puts an end to that. He's the last guy to score, and he scores again.
Just running the floor, Colinado is, and Bryson finding him.
Well, here come the Chargers, chipping back at that. What was an 11-point lead? 11-0 is now 16-11. You knew the Chargers were going to have a pushback, and now Westmont Hilltop takes the timeout with 6:10 to play here in the second.
6:10 remaining in the first half.
And first time out here for Westmont Hilltop.
And the Chargers extending that defense even further now, and Hilltoppers have to take a timeout, try to talk it over. They got to find a way to hit the soft spot, but the Chargers doing a great job of being super active right now and swarming the ball and being able to trap.
You know, how important is it for coaches, players to not get and hit the panic button? You look up and see a scoreboard of 11-0. You haven't scored yet, and just to try to be able to figure things out and let the run come to you, as opposed to rushing your shots, starting to get out of your game plan just because things didn't go your way those first opening minutes.
Yeah, I think it comes from the preparation and practice and the kind of confidence that you have in your team. And for Coach Rodriguez, he's been doing this a long time, and all his guys are always prepared and ready to go. And I think that's what helps him stay calm over on the sideline, him and his staff, not to rush, call a timeout, or do anything crazy, and then he just let them play through it. And then once they play through it, then they get comfortable. And you got to think, too, it's the first game in a week or over a week now, and so, that makes a difference as well. But you got to know, too, it's a game of runs. Basketball is a game of runs. So they know, hey, they come out, hit 4 threes, go on a run. We're going to go on a run of our own soon. Or at least you hope.
Right. Wesner got the ball tipped out. Chargers knock it out. Westmont keeps the basketball. 5:58 to play. Second quarter, 16-11. If you joined us late, we mentioned 11-0. Westmont Hilltop had the original lead. Tipped away, loose, and Coladinato comes away with it. Moved it to Tate, bouncing to Coladinato for 2 more. He has 8 off the bench for the Chargers.
And it's just about working hard for him. He's just all over the place.
Almost got his pocket pick there. Working to the basket, Kraft finding a way to get that 2 to go. Spadafora across the timeline, over to Tate. To Kirshner in the far side wing. Rocco quickly to Tate, now to Spadafora.
And every time Rocco catches the ball and dribbles, 3 guys go towards him. So somebody's going to be open, too, whenever he penetrates.
Tate trying to do them all himself, cannot. Kraft gets the rebound. Tate tried to run the gauntlet there to get that one to go.
And I like to see his aggressiveness right now, though. At least he's taking the shots. He's attacking the rim.
Rocco out to Kraft. Inside, leaned into him hard. Wow. Brownlee finding it a second time, but a missed call there for sure.
Yeah, Bryson's doing a great job, too, of keeping his hands straight up and going vertical right now so he doesn't pick up any fouls.
Spadafora in the lane. Triple teamed, moved it outside to Tate. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, chased down by Kraft. And did you notice no one went out to even do anything?
And
Dorian there.
They're just dare shots. They're just saying, hey, listen, we're going to let these 3 other guys beat us, and Rocco and Bryson or BJ aren't. But the one thing that the Chargers need to do, that's a great play there. Get the ball in Rocco's hands, come off a ball screen. He attacks the middle. Everybody collapsed on him. But here was the problem. Everybody stood around. If somebody dives and cuts and moves, then he's going to find you because he's good enough.
Vaughn picks up his second and takes a seat.
Number 25, Connor Sweeney. Number 4,
Connor Sweeney checks in.
Number 14, Luca Grisafi.
Grisafi back on the floor along with Greer.
And the other thing right now is, they're daring Tate to shoot the basketball when he has, and unfortunately he's only made 1 out of his probably 5. But they need him on the court on the defensive end, and he's super athletic.
Spadafora on the far side wing, on the right hand. Doesn't know where to go with it. Works it to Coladinato, and he tried to reverse. Doesn't fall. Easy. Nice job there by Kraft to pull away the loose basketball.
And again, when the Hilltoppers can set up that defense, it gives the Chargers some trouble. So they got to get out here and transition. The Hilltoppers been scoring these last couple possessions and able to set up the defense.
I mean, they've just done a really nice job on Spadafora to this point. He just doesn't know where to go with the basketball. He's like trying to dribble through a phone booth.
Yeah, and that's why everybody has to move, because he's getting what he wants. He's attacking the paint, and everybody's drawing to him. But now somebody has to move.
Brownlee extends the lead back out to 19 to 9, I beg your pardon. There's Grisafi on the left hand. Handed it off to Greer and now to Spadafora. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Coladinato Seems like he's been the offensive output for the Chargers, with Spadafora being congested. Nice Euro to the lane, but it doesn't go. Loose and taken away by Westmont. Just can't finish at the rim right now. Chargers have had 4 or 5 opportunities rim out on them.
That was another nice Euro step move through traffic. It looked like he got a little bump there, but just couldn't finish. He's got to find a way to finish that.
Kraft over to the far side, and Wesner. Rupert back outside. Back inside, Rupert for 2.
Jackson Rupert.
And now the Hilltoppers are starting to figure out the zone. They're finding the seams. They're finding a soft spot. They're moving the basketball now. But that's also what happens when your lineup changes too, because you got some defensive guys on the bench right now, because on offensively, you got to try to find some scoring.
Westmont
Foul on
Jack
Westmont's Jack Wesner, his first, team's 3rd.
Checking in number 13, Jonathan
At some
Croto.
point, the game becomes where you got to make shots. You know, defense wins your championships, and you need your defense, and you got to stay in the game. But right now, when you're down and the way the shot clock, there's no shot clock.
Yeah, you hold a team to 24 points in the first half. That's great, but when you score 13.
Right, you got to score. You got to find a way. Somebody has to step up here and make some shots.
Here's Coladinato, and on cue, 10 points off the bench for Rocco.
Rocco Coladinato.
I mean, the man has been doing it all year. He's so good at it.
Greer almost got the takeaway. Now Kraft, he'll pull up for 3 and drain it.
Ryan Kraft for 3.
This man can really shoot the basketball.
What a first half he's having. 27-15, Westmont Hilltop has a lead. Coming up on a minute to play in the first half. Coladinato. Kirshner can't finish. And Westmont's also done a really nice job at one and done possessions for the Chargers. There's an open look. Brownlee fouled. 2 shots coming. With 55 seconds to go in the first half.
Chargers foul number 33, Bryson Kirshner.
Another one. They got to the rim. Kirshner can't finish through traffic. And the problem is the triangle and 2 that they're playing, they're just sitting those guys in the paint. They're not even coming out of the paint. I mean, some teams, they will kind of contest and, like, stun out a little bit. These guys are literally just like, okay, you go shoot the basketball. And if you're the Chargers, that has to bother you if you're those guys catching the basketball, you know.
Greg Minard checks in, first time we've seen Greg today, as Westmont extends their lead to 29-15. That's their largest lead of the day.
Now, ever since Grisafi's been on the court, they're guarding him man as well.
Minard for 3. Good for Greg Minard off the bench.
And that's why you need a shooter in there right now, because somebody has to be able to knock it down to pull
the
them out.
bench is outscoring the starters right now.
Yeah, and they did a good job of shutting Rocco and BJ down, and Bryson having trouble finishing down there.
Foul. Let's see if is this Kirshner picking up a quick 2. Yep. Bryson's 3rd quickly.
Foul number 33, Bryson Kirshner.
And so the gripe that
shooting 2.
Coach Rodriguez and all the Charger fans are having right now is, hey, Bryson's getting hit down the other end. Some of those guys are attacking the rim, getting hit down the other end. You're not calling it. Now you're calling these ones. That was a foul. He left his feet. He's got to stay on his feet. But also I can agree that down the other end, he's got a couple at the rim that they didn't call.
Chargers going to Garrett Zug. Kirshner comes out 24 seconds ago in the first half. Down 13 now.
We haven't seen the Chargers go this deep in their bench in a long time.
They actually did it in the finals. They went really deep.
Yeah, a little
very
bit
quickly. They were in such foul trouble, with Kirshner getting in foul trouble early. Spadafora triple that rims out. Rebound Greer put back, doesn't fall. Outlet with 6 seconds, pushed up the floor. Sweeney to Greer, 2 seconds. Half court heave is short. First half comes to a close with Westmont Hilltop leading your Chargers 31-18 in the PIAA first round. A pretty impressive performance from the Hilltoppers of Westmont Hilltop.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
One half in the books. When we come back, it's the halftime show. Highlights and analysis from Harbaugh. We'll give you an outlook on the Chargers and who they'll play, the ladies, who they'll play on Tuesday. And a hint, it'll be for the 4th time this season. You're watching the OLSH Sports Network right here. PIAA playoffs continue. PIAA basketball playoffs here on the OLSH Sports Network. Welcome you back. 31-18. Westmont Hilltop leads Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Back with Christian Harbaugh. Matt Fargo with you here today, where the Chargers just not shooting well offensively and find themselves trailing to the 3 seed out of District 6, who has shot lights out. I think that's the difference in this game, Christian. It's very simple basketball. They've made shots and the Chargers have not. And we mentioned it during that first half, very early on in this broadcast, the fact that Westmont did not look like the team that was bus-lagged. The Chargers did. And it's just one of those things that they need to come out and find their shot, because kind of reminds me a little bit of the girls in the loss to Avonworth, where they just could not buy a bucket. And for all of our sakes, I hope the Chargers can figure it out in the second half, because what Westmont is doing is not, out of this world. They're executing, and right now the Chargers aren't, especially offensively.
Yeah, nobody better in the locker room and the coaching staff of Coach Rodriguez and his guys to make adjustments at halftime and come out in the third quarter and put them, to execute on the court. But right now, the Hilltoppers came out. They were on fire. They made shots. Kraft made a lot of baskets early. They had to make sure that they could find him, and they tried to slow him down a little bit, but he's got 18 of the 31, and then he's basically playing even with the Chargers right now. And then the Chargers on the offensive end have had trouble finishing around the rim with the triangle and 2. It's been giving them a little bit of problems, and they're denying Rocco everywhere on the floor. They're denying BJ when he's in the game, and those are your 2 shot makers. And then Kirshner, unfortunately, hasn't been able to finish around the rim. They did a good job of shutting Rocco and BJ down, and Bryson having trouble finishing down there.
Foul.
And they did a good job. It shows did a terrific job at getting on the board, and that's, keeping the Chargers in this game. But right now, somebody's going to have to step up in the second half, and also they're going to have to find a way, whatever it takes, to get Rocco shots. I mean, it just is what it is. They got to find a way to get him open. And it's going to be tough, because they're going to be all dialed in on him. So he's going to be taking some tough ones.
Watching highlights of the first half, courtesy of Matt Stanciola and all the boys and girls of the truck. Appreciate all their hard work all season long. As the Chargers, again, 31-18, they trail going in here to the second half of basketball. If you're wondering who these teams could end up playing, Shady Side Academy and Franklin are playing later this evening at Franklin High School. Of course, the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy, the Chargers beat them in the WPIAA quarterfinals to advance to the semis, and could be if the Chargers could potentially win this game, which is of course in question, could be that, or it could be the District 10 team, Franklin. That is the matchup for that. Other games, Deer Lakes, the Whitfield champion, playing Seneca, the District 10 3 seed. That game going on now as we speak. Bishop Guilfoyle, which is the last team to beat the Chargers in the state playoffs 4 years ago in the Western semifinal, or the Western final, the PIAA semifinals. Bishop Guilfoyle won on a very similar ending to the Whitfield championship game. The Chargers had a chance at the buzzer for a shot to go. It rimmed out, and Bishop Guilfoyle went on to the state title. Chargers have the basketball, and Spatafor goes to the rack, misses, but Kirshner recycles and gets a quick 2. Boy, that looks more like it.
And there's your adjustment. Double high ball screen for Rocco to get downhill. He does get downhill. They make a nice play on it, but Kirshner there to clean up the garbage and put one back.
Westmont, Croco backing it off as they have an 11-point lead. Started this game 11-0.
And here comes your other adjustment, man-to-man.
Ryan Kraft with 18 points goes to the rack to get 20. He has 20 of the team's 33 points. Also the bench there leading for the Chargers. Rocco Coladinato with 8 points. Minor chipping in with 3. For 11 of the 18 points the Chargers scored in the first half. Herr Kirshner handing it off to Greer. Out to BJ. Deep triple. Good. And he's that good. The Chargers cut the deficit to 10.
Hasn't taken a shot all day. And then first time it touches his hands, quick release. Nice shot.
Kraft lost control of it, regains it, moved it back outside to Wesner, who hands it off to Rupert. Rupert has at times this season flashed up top to try to take a three, and he's hanging out right now. He's one of the forwards, but has the ability to hit the triple as Kraft almost got his pocket pick. There's Rupert going for three, and he drains it. Right on cue.
I thought you were supposed to jinx him, not let him make it. What a bank by the big fella. Oh, I guess the banks are open still.
Yes, on this Saturday afternoon.
And that's
three
deflating,
to answer. Colin Donato with the triple three-ball corner pocket.
That's so deflating, but good job by Colin Donato to get it back. But you just played great defense, and he banks one in, right?
Back up the floor, Rupert trying for his second triple in a row, and he airballs it. Kirshner is there. Here comes Spadafora. Chargers bringing it up the floor. Little crossover move. Rocco inside the lane. Turnaround. Rims out. Popped back out. Kirshner, a big board and a big putback for two more for Bryson Kirshner.
The Chargers need to sprint the floor. They want to run in transition. That's how they're going to score. They want to ball ahead, but guess what? Nobody's there to ball ahead to, so they got to sprint. They got to work their butt off on both ends, not just the defensive end right now.
Rocco lost it, taken away Vaughn. BJ up the floor. BJ behind the back dribble. By separation to the rack and up and foul. BJ to the line. 5:11 to go here in the third.
That's some great dribbling by BJ Vaughn there in traffic. But again, you got to sprint the lanes. If you can ball ahead, it's open. Rocco's wide open too, but great job by BJ to draw the contact here, get to the rim. And
Vaughn at the line and splashes in his first. Tate back into the Charger lineup. 36-29.
The one thing with the Chargers too, but the way they can score and go on a run with their transition and making some outside shots, and Kirshner finishing around the rim, and the game can change in a hurry, and it has right now.
Vaughn 2 for 2, and just like that, Chargers trail by 6. Have trailed by as many as 14 in this game. Wesner tipped away by Spadafora, who tries to save it, and he did. Vaughn got the ball. Vaughn to Tate. Wide open look for two more.
Defense to offense right now. Chargers are super active with this pressure.
Just a hustle play from Spadafora there to get that steal.
Yeah, and that's what he's got to do right now.
Timeout taken by Westmont Hilltop. It's a full timeout, 4:41 to play here in the third. And the Chargers with a run of their own. And just like that, Chargers back in this ball game that has been dominated by Westmont Hilltop. They've led wire to wire in this game.
Yeah, they really have. And now the Chargers come out here making adjustments in this second half. Super active on defense, letting their defense generate their offense. Got the Hilltoppers on their toes right now. And this is what the Chargers do. Big third quarter here.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it all year long as the signature quarter for the Chargers, where they, you think that they only have 3 gears and they put it into 4, 5, and 6.
And that's because those guys don't stop working, and that's credit to the staff and Coach Rodriguez and those guys and the players for dialing in and believing in what they're talking about, because they always make adjustments at halftime and they always come out with something different. And this year they've struggled a little bit to close out games, but they're always in games and they always have themselves a chance because how good they've been with making adjustments and coming out in the second half and performing better than they did in the first half.
Well, we have a good basketball game here, the state first round. Chargers technically a double-A score with 108 boys in it according to the PIAA, but playing up due to the competition formula. And the success of the last few Charger teams is playing their first year in AAA. Chargers get another steal. Spadafora to Colin Donato, who earns a trip to the line to try to keep the deficit to 2.
And there's your ball ahead there to Rocco, and what a pass to Colin Donato. I mean, if he doesn't get fouled there, he makes that layup, but what a pass by Rocco.
And what a game, another one. We've been talking about it all postseason. That man, Rocco Coladinato, has contributed so much. He misses that first one, but what he has been able to do with this team, I mean, arguably, he's the guy that has kept the Chargers in this game in that first half.
He's the glue guy. I mean, he's Mr. Do-It-All. He's going to come out there. He's going to rebound for you. He's going to hustle. He's going to knock down shots.
He did not knock both of them at the line, but the Chargers got the rebound. Spatafora misses and loses it out of bounds off the Chargers, so they can't cut the deficit to 2.
And the Hilltoppers, again, credit those guys. They're just doing such a great job on Rocco Spatafora right now.
Oh, my goodness. It's a foul against Tate.
OLSH foul on number 3, Dorian Tate.
And, like, even when he gets a couple open looks, they're still tough and still challenged. That last floater at the rim was challenged. And
number 25, Connor
he's just not in rhythm right now. He's trying to take some tough ones, but trying to get himself on the board here.
Connor Sweeney, the sophomore, who is a three-point shooting specialist. He is 5 for 5 from three-point range this postseason.
These guys can really shoot it from the outside. This man-to-man's giving him a little trouble, though.
And another turnover. Coladinato to Tate. Dorian to Bryson. Kirshner to the rack. Oh, it rolls out. Put back opportunity and a foul, and Bryson to the line. And, man, that has been the stress of Bryson Kirshner finishing at the rim today.
I mean, he's as confused as I am that didn't go in. I'm still trying to figure out who was under there, what ghost was under there that knocked that thing out. I mean, that thing was literally down in the net.
Yeah.
I mean, he was about to put 2 points on the board. Holy smokes, how'd that come out?
I don't know. But he hits the first of the line. Chargers down to one possession ball game.
The basketball god said you got to earn 2 at the line.
And he does. But how much the Chargers defense here causing some problems. Nice ball movement there. Kraft inside. Brownlee, basically they got the transition there. They just pushed the ball right up the floor.
And that's the first time they were able to break the press like that, and Kraft was able to split the defenders, and good pass by him.
Spatafora eyeing up a triple. Good! Rocco Spatafora. First three-point basket of the game.
And that one was more in rhythm. He comes off the ball screen. He kind of a little hesitation dribble, make him think that he's going to get rid of it or drive.
There's a steal, Vaughn. Vaughn, headman pass to Tate, who can't save it. It's out of bounds. Chargers thought they saved it. Let's take a look at this. Was Tate able to? I think he might have saved that.
A little toe tap the line. Good football player.
Yeah.
Tate is.
Close one. Kraft, the Euro, and a jump ball called as Vaughn. What a play here.
Don't worry, I'll call it for you.
Watch him
All
tie
ball
this
there.
ball, all ball.
Those are those hands from football. Boom, give me that. He got the sticky mitts on right now.
Error goes to Westmont Hilltop. They keep the ball. 3 on the way. Kraft, and it's good.
Ryan Kraft.
And throughout this whole game, the one guy right now that,
Oh, my goodness. Impressive ball player. Here's
he's got
Kirshner.
20 plus.
Handed it off to Tate. Too much traffic into Coladinato. Blocked away. And Westmont able to pick up the loose basketball. Chargers were within one, and Westmont expands the lead with that triple and now gets the ball right back. 2:35 to go in the third.
Got to run Kraft off the line right now.
Lesnar inside and fouled. Spatafora, I believe, going to be the guilty party here. It is.
Got to stay on his feet. Left his feet, got him in the air, and they're going to call a foul every time. Just stay down. He has the height advantage on him.
Lesnar goes to the line. 2:30 to go here in the third, and the freshman opportunity here, and he misses his first. Austin Hansen, first time we'll see Hansen check into the Charger lineup today.
Austin Hansen.
Caden Miller back into the lineup as the 6th man for Westmont Hilltop.
And going back to Wesner, freshman, and he's did a terrific job tonight on defense on Rocco Spatafora. He's been guarding him all night.
And he bounces in the second at the line. 42-37 Charger advantage, or Chargers trail, beg your pardon. Spatafora.
Give him 4 more minutes.
3 from Hansen is fouled, no call, and a rebound goes to Westmont Hilltop. Wesner. Miller.
The Chargers just got to stay dialed in here, keep communicating on defense.
Kraft, nice work by Hansen, and he gets the rebound as well. Good defensive work there. Here's Tate. Kirshner, power dribble, up strong, blocked away, gets his own rebound back. Big time denial though by Brownlee, and the Chargers reset the offense.
The Hilltoppers did a great job all game so far with rim protection.
Tate fakes the ball, moves it outside to Spatafora. Rocco to Bryson. Kirshner through everybody, gets the 2 to go.
I mean, that was an unbelievable move by Kirshner. Great footwork. Right hand on the left side finish. Way to shield his body.
Rocco and out of Westner. Minute to play here in the third.
It's like he's got to make the tough ones. The easy ones are too easy for him.
Wesner lost it momentarily, moved it back outside, gets it back for a 3 that's no good. Chargers get the rebound. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Spatafora. Rocco step inside the arc, moved it back outside. 33 seconds to go. Hit to Hansen. To Tate. Back to Austin. Hansen bouncing it over to Kirshner. Bryson back to Hansen in the lane. Floater rims out. Rebound by Brownlee. 15 seconds to go in the third.
I mean, you can't get a better look than that.
And picked his pocket to Tate. Tate moves it away to Vaughn. 5 seconds. BJ to the rack and up and in for 2. 42-41 to go to the fourth. Chargers haven't led all game long, but they're the closest they've been as we go to the final frame. Chargers will have it when we come back. 42-41 after 3 from South Fayette. It's the PIAA first round, and you're watching it all here on the OLSH Sports Network. We're back after this. And we'll welcome you back here to the OLSH Sports Network. And you are looking right now at Dan Oberst. He's an assistant coach for Westmont Hilltop, a 2011 graduate of Westmont Hilltop. And he has been the manager from 2008 to 2011, then became a volunteer coach from 2012 to 2013. And from 2014 to the current year, he's now an assistant coach. Works at Santos Pizza in Westmont, and he hit a buzzer beater when he played for Westmont that was featured on ESPN, and Cold Pizza was interviewed by Dana Jacobson. And a shout out to assistant coach Dan Oberst.
That's awesome.
And a shout out to brother, big bro Mike Oberst, who works at PPG Paints Arena. Appreciate the story from Mike.
Connections, baby.
Yes, as we welcome you to the fourth quarter, the Chargers have the lead for the first time tonight. And it was Luca Grisafi getting his first points of the night to do it.
I don't think it was 4 minutes. I thought more like 2.5.
43-42. Kraft to give back the lead to Westmont, and he does. And I think we're in for a big 8 minutes here, Christian, here in the fourth quarter.
This is going to be fun. That dude is, man, he is a shooter. What a sniper he is.
To the rack, laying up and in for Bryson Kirstner, tied at 45. Good ball movement by Westmont inside. Bucket and the foul for Brownlee. I don't know about that one. That is straight up for Bryson. We see this one more time for Matt. Look at this. I mean, Brownlee draws the contact.
Yes, and that's a tough call. I mean, I was just talking to my dad about that 2 days ago while we're watching college basketball. Why, when those guys are drawing the contact, it's foul for them? I never understand that. Yep. But I guess it's the way of the land now. You use your body the right way, go hard to the rim, and then you get a call for yourself.
Basketball has just naturally become more of an offensive game. It's way more beneficial to you when you possess the basketball than when you don't.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to like football. You protect the quarterback, you protect the shooters, you protect, and there you go. And that's what happens. Now, you know, Coach Rodriguez talked to the ref, hey, explain to me what happened on the last one, and then get it down this end.
Brownlee picks up the foul. By the way, Kirstner, that was his third, Brownlee's first. Fourth on the team for the Hilltop
games because they need him on the court. He's a big piece of this puzzle. He finishes around the rim. He's a rim protector, plays hard. He's got good IQ. I mean, need him to be out there and be physical and make shots. Now it's just going to be about grinding out the next 3 minutes here. Got to get stops. BJ's come alive here. In the last couple minutes at the end of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter here.
But the hottest guy on the floor right now, and it has been throughout this game, is number 2 in gray. Ryan Kraft has just been incredible. Both sides of the floor as the senior.
Wonder if he's getting any looks.
That's a good question.
He's a good shooter.
Lesnar to Kraft.
A little back screen pinned down for Kraft. Chargers did a great job executing on defense to stay in front.
Kraft inside, rimming out. And the Chargers able to get it away. Grassafi to Spadafora to Vaughn. Vaughn, what a move! B.J. Vaughn! Chargers by 2.
What a pickup by B.J. Vaughn. A little over-the-top pickup, a little Euro step. Nice finger roll and a touch.
Kraft with it. Almost got his pocket picked by Coladinato. Good wide open, lay it up and score for Brownlee. Somebody missed this guy.
Miscommunication. So Greer, they switched, and then I thought that Coladinato was trying to go back and switch back, but you can't do it then. You got to wait till the ball shifts and slides over. Coladinato can guard him too. I don't know why he was trying to switch back.
Luka up top, Vaughn. BJ, everything tied at 50. Here's Grassafi for a triple, in and out. And loose, still loose, and Grassafi able to pick it up. Hands it off to Spadafora. Rocco backs it back out. Chargers reset here in the fourth.
Send a ball screen here.
Gets one from Grassafi. Down to the baseline, back up top to Luka. He wants a triple, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Coladinato holds the pivot foot, underneath, up, and oh no, it wouldn't go. Out of bounds. No, it's popped up into the air, and Rupert settles it down. Kraft up the floor.
These guys are playing so hard right now. Grassafi gets 2 great looks, just doesn't go in. Coladinato fighting on the boards.
Brownlee. Take it away, Coladinato. Rocco gonna go to the rack, and he's fouled. Rocco 2 coming as Kraft tried to buy the charge and did not.
Great job by Coladinato, sidestepping here. Good Euro, avoiding the contact, drawing a block. And man, these guys are winded as well.
Stands filling up here as South Fayette girls playing next, I do believe. Missing the first is Coladinato. And it has been the bugaboo of the Chargers season.
Got to make your free throws. I'd say after a minute here, Kirshner's probably coming back into the ball game.
To the rack, Kraft gets 2 more.
And because Rocco Coladonado is denying Kraft, Kraft just goes back door. I mean, it's a smart play by him. Coladonado's got to know he's got to sag off him a little bit.
Spadafora with a triple that doesn't go. Rebound off a few hands, picked up by Kroko. Long pass ahead, lay it up and score for Brownlee. Timeout Chargers. 3:21 to go in the 4th. And Westmont Hilltop back out in front by 3.
3:21 to go in the 4th. Hilltoppers.
And Rocco got a clean look too, just didn't fall in and out. And Coladonado went strong to the rim and got his hand on that offensive board, but didn't come up with it. And the Hilltoppers on a run-out layup.
You know, the other thought that I have too is I'm really impressed with Westmont Hilltop, what they've been able to do today. But I guess the question that I have is, how good is District 6 then? Because they're the 3 seed out of District 6. How good is Penn Cambria? How good is Bishop Guilfoyle? You know, I think if Guilfoyle beats it's the District 4 or District 4 3 seed, if they beat them and then they could potentially play Deer Lakes in the next round, I think that's a tough matchup for Deer Lakes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 2 teams that won their district. I mean, that makes it tough in the second round.
And no, Bishop Guilfoyle was the runner-up.
Runner-up. Okay,
District
but
6.
even still, I mean, that's a tough matchup. And yeah, these guys are tough. I think part of it too is they made a lot of shots today.
Yeah.
You know, so which has helped them big time. But yeah, nonetheless, the Hilltoppers are playing a heck of a game today. And the Chargers are going to have to do everything they can to win this ball game right now. I'm getting semifinal vibes here.
Oh, man, doesn't it feel that way? 3, Grasaffi! Luca Grasaffi ties things at 54. Just how you draw it up, right?
You know what I'm so impressed by is the fact that Grasaffi stays in the game, right? Coach has that confidence in him. He's a young player, and then he's missed a couple, and he still takes the 3. I love that. Both coaches in him having the confidence to knock that down.
Brownlee lost control, loose. Grasaffi the steal, Grasaffi the foul. 2 coming for Luca at the line. And how about the young man, Luca Grasaffi, who really wasn't playing much at the beginning of the season and then gotten minutes, just saw them grow throughout the year, and now arguably playing one of his best games of the season. We saw his coming out party at the Angela Activity Center earlier this year. But man, you talk about what the Chargers are going to lose next year, but he's a guy that shows you the future can still be bright.
Yeah, he's definitely a bright spot. He can really make shots. He's got great IQ. He's tough. He's physical. I mean, not just making shots out here. He's crashing the glass right now. He's playing defense. He's doing it all right now.
Grasaffi, a sophomore, gives the Chargers back the lead, and that's going to be a foul on Tate. That's his second, team's 5th.
I mean, when you're in the basketball gym all the time like I am, that's a travel every time. I can hear it, 1, 2. I even seen it, I hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be looking, I knew it was a travel.
You could hear it.
Yeah.
You could hear the travel.
Got the feel.
Kraft stops his dribble, tries to throw one towards the basket. No good. Kirshner clears away the board. Here is Spadafora.
And now you just got to slow it down here. Make sure you execute here. Take some time. Still be aggressive. Get what you want. Kirshner's back in the game. You can play through him.
Luca, Tate.
Got to get your spacing right, though.
Grasaffi, another triple that doesn't go. Rebound tipped away, loose, and out of bounds off of Westmont. Charger basketball with 1:58 to go in the 4th.
The spacing has to be better on this possession. Everybody's standing on top of each other.
Vaughn is pointing that to Coach Rodriguez.
Yeah, you're not going to get any open looks. Everybody's able to guard everybody.
I think we just lost video. Apologize for that. Gonna get that corrected as Vaughn goes to the rack on the right hand. It rolls in. Chargers lead at 57-54.
He's so good at that hesitation move and get to the rim. Uses his body, great finish. Now you need to stop. Sit down and guard here.
Minute 40 to go here in the fourth. And we got video back. Croco.
Gotta help. You know they want to attack Bryson right now too. Gotta know where 2 is.
Down low. Up strong, good for 2. Noah Brownlee. Chargers by 1.
The Hilltoppers did a good job of going at Brownlee, knowing that he has the height advantage on B.J. Vaughn because you can't put Kirshner on him because you know he has 4 fouls. Execute here. I mean, why even take a shot unless it's in rhythm and what you
1
need?
minute remaining.
And a foul. Will be the 7th. We'll send Kirsten to the line. Chargers have a 1-point advantage, 58 seconds to go. The Chargers have not led in this game by more than 1 possession at any time. And Westmont Hilltop has led by as many as 14 in this game.
Just a grinded out game
Gritty,
here by
gritty
real
performance
gritty.
right now.
I mean, it's been a defensive physical battle and just
Right one
chipping
to foul.
away.
Kirshner misses, and the Chargers only have a 1-point advantage. And here comes Westmont with 50 seconds to go in the fourth.
You need a big stop here. Obviously, they're going to go inside.
Brownlee, no call, nothing called, and the Chargers get the rebound. There was no foul, there was no charge, nothing was called.
I think that was a smart move there.
And the Chargers call a timeout. No, it's a foul.
Hilltoppers foul on number 11, Jackson Rupert.
So Rupert gets called for the foul. That's his 3rd, the team's 8th.
You got to make your free throws now.
Have to, and it's going to be Luka Grisafi. 34 seconds to go.
No pressure, young buck.
Sophomore. First one is good.
When you're that good of a shooter, it doesn't matter. I mean, a man can shoot the basketball.
Misses the second. Chargers lead it by 2, 30 seconds to go.
Don't leave Kraft right now.
Right, you
Whatever
know he's going to
you
eye
do.
up a triple, right?
Because he's been standing in a corner. He's waiting for the defenders to draw.
Inside loose. Oh, Spatafor didn't know it was loose. Could have got a turnover. Timeout. Westmont with 17 seconds left. And boy, if you're a Charger fan, Christian, this has just been the season for the Chargers. They had a buzzer beater in the District 7 semifinals to get to the championship. They lost by 1 point. They almost had a buzzer beater fall in to win the championship. And here they are again, leading by 2 with 17 seconds left. And Westmont has an opportunity to tie or to take the lead in this game, and plenty of time to do it. I wonder, and I don't know how much you paid attention, I wonder if the Chargers foul here with a foul to give, and maybe shorten this game, similar to how Deer Lakes did it to the Chargers, where they only had 6 seconds. They really didn't have enough time to set anything up.
Yeah, you want to break up your rhythm.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I actually think that's a good call, Coach. I think I would do it. I would foul him on his first time. You know, you're trying to go for the basketball, of course, and you throw him off a little bit, and then take some time off the clock. But here's what you got to watch. You can't foul when they're going into a shooting motion. So you got to make sure here that they don't think it's coming to Hilltoppers and then inbound the basketball where they can catch and shoot. And I don't think they will, but you got to watch. You got to know where Kraft is. On that last play, Rocco didn't know the ball was loose, but it was a good thing he didn't go for it, because those are the broken plays that Kraft was the guy he was guarding. If you throw it out to him and he knocks down a 3, you don't want that to be the way the game ends.
17 seconds to go here on the fourth.
And the Chargers still have 2 timeouts in their pocket, so they can.
Both teams do.
That's going to be crucial here.
Arrows in favor of Westmont Hilltop. Kraft. And a foul, there it is. 13 seconds.
There's your call, Coach. and they drew up a great play, too. Why not? Back screen for the big and pin down, elevator screen for Kraft, the shooter. But the Chargers have to really dial in here and communicate. Don't overhelp here. Can't have miscommunication either and leave somebody wide open. A 2 doesn't hurt you. You just go to OT.
Kroko and Kraft now. Kraft, 6 seconds, down to 5. Kraft gets it to go with 3 seconds. And timeout taken with 1 second officially is on the board. I don't know if they're going to add any time.
Should have been about 2.5 seconds, 2.7.
They're going to add a point to make it 1.8.
Tied at 58.
So OLSH calls a timeout. Ties things at 58 does Ryan Kraft in potential overtime in the PIAA first round here with everything knotted up, and the Chargers would need a miraculous shot here. And, you know, it's unlike the college game, which makes it a lot more interesting where you take the timeout and you move the ball up.
Yeah.
You know, you still need to go the length of the court in high school.
You got to go to length. Yeah, you got to go to length on a court in high school. And, you know, not everything's like the NBA where you can move the ball up to half court. But what you can do here is you can set some screens and hit Rocco in motion, trying to go across half court here, see if you can get a little baseball pass. Well, I mean, 1.8 seconds, you can take a dribble and heave one up. And we see Mr. B.J. Vaughn has made how many game winners all year? Well, some smoke. Give the ball to B.J. Why not?
And I'm going back to the Whippeal semifinal. Spadafora hit a half-court buzzer beater at the end of the third.
Yeah, and that was crucial. I mean, he hasn't hit that shot. We might not win and make it to the final.
Right.
Where's your hook and ladder play right now like it's football? You got to draw something up to the sideline, throw it up, boom, a little touch pass.
Vaughn will inbound.
And not surprised because he has the best arm out there.
Long pass ahead, intercepted, and it will play. Oh, no, there's a half-court here the other way. And we will play overtime.
Tied at 58.
58 all. We'll go to OT. Nothing like a little extra basketball in March. That is why they call it March Madness. And we will take a break and come back with it. OT on the network. Stick around, tied at 58 for a right to advance to the state tournament on the OLSH Sports Network. Oh, let's play OT. 58-58. Overtime at South Fayette. Back with Christian Harbaugh, Matt Fargo, bringing you the action from South Fayette today. And a battle.
And why not play OT?
Why not? Kraft has 30 points, leading all scorers for Westmont Hilltop.
What a player he is.
Oh, man.
What a
It's
tough
been fun
move.
to watch.
He has
Chargers
been.
get that on the double clutch there by Kirshner. Chargers win the tip. Mike Rodriguez is grabbing his heart right now.
I mean, I'm feeling the same way, Coach.
Kirshner, no. Rebound underneath, it's Brownlee. He's also done a nice job underneath for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, he's came alive in the second half, of scoring around the rim. He's been rim protecting all day, getting some blocks. But
Kraft moved it outside. Inside to Wesner. Wesner to Brownlee, bucket and the foul.
Basket and the foul, Noah Brownlee.
And right there, the Hilltoppers just drive the middle of the paint. Everybody steps up
OLSH foul on number 1, Rocco
and just
Spatafor.
leaves Brownlee wide open down there. And
Brownlee shooting 1.
good little dump-off pass and
Misses to make it a 3-point game. Here come the Chargers. Trailing by 2 now. Spatafor. B.J. Vaughn. Rocco. Spatafor trying to make this not his last high school basketball game, as a lot of these seniors trying to continue their scholastic careers. Here's B.J. Vaughn. Vaughn, little step back. Big time floater that falls. Ties it at 16.
that's a big time shot. What a big time play. Good hesitation. Nice stop on a dime. Fade away. I mean, the touch.
It really, at times, he defies all logic and ability. Kraft with some contact. Doesn't fall out of bounds off of OLSH. So Westmont gets the possession. 2:35 to play in overtime.
The biggest thing right now is rebounding a basketball. They good job at the rim there. Straight up by Kirshner and those guys. But you got to rebound.
Got to rebound.
And how about Grisafi on the floor when it matters right now in crunch time? And the dude's had a great second half here. He's made some big-time plays.
Wesner bouncing inside. Kraft. No. Rebound. Kirshner and a foul. And Kirshner's going to go down the line. Kraft, I think, picks up this foul. And that's his 4th.
And that was a tough move for Kraft. They got him where he wanted it off a back screen there and got him at the rim, but he's lefty, so he didn't want to turn back to his left shoulder and finish with his right, and he short arms it. Kirshner battles, gets the rebound. Now you got to make your free throws.
You know, I think another thing is Dorian Tate has done a really nice job defensively quieting Kraft as best he can here in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
He had 18 points in the first half.
And he's doing terrific on him. Rocco's been guarding him a little bit, too. He's did terrific on him.
Yep.
Caldonado was guarding him for a while.
Bryson hits his first and his second. Big points there from the senior at the stripe. Gives the Chargers back a 2-point advantage.
Got to sit down and guard here. One stop. Run these guys off the line. Got to make sure Brownlee doesn't get any clean looks down there off the dump off.
Kraft just throws up a triple. It doesn't fall. Rebound, Kirshner.
And great contest there. Good rebound by Kirshner. And now you just execute here.
Step inside, gives it away to Kirshner. Bryson on a right hand. Little ball fake, moved it back outside. 3 on the way. Good! Luka Grisafi! Chargers' largest lead of the day. Foul is charged.
What a big-time shot by Grisafi. My man has been stepping in and knocking that thing down with confidence all night.
OLSH foul on number 1, Rocco Spatafor. 1 and 1.
No fear in number 14. Unbelievable shot.
I know Luka's family is appreciating this effort today. Of course, his sister alive in the PIAA playoffs. We'll have the broadcast on Tuesday. Mia Grisafi of the Chargers back at it. Big win last night.
Who do you think wins in one-on-one?
That's a good question.
She can shoot it too.
She can. Spatafor doing it himself, and he earns the trip to the line.
And this one is just ball screen action here. Rocco just keeping his dribble, keeping his poise. He's been staying poised this whole game. They've been all over him.
Spatafor, good.
But the one thing that you can keep saying about Rocco Spatafora is when he has games like this where teams are able to kind of deny him and shut him down a little bit scoring-wise, he still plays a heck of a game. And he's a terrific leader. He guards his butt off, makes the right plays, and he stays poised.
OLSH burns a timeout here. Minute 33, 67-62. Chargers have the largest lead they've had all game long here in the OT. And boy, you called it early, talking about last year's PIAA semifinal. The Chargers trailed big in the first, were able to chip back in, and didn't have their largest lead until it was in overtime.
Yeah, and that's just a makeup of this team this year. They're very gritty and they're tough. And, you know, again, it goes back to credit to the staff and those guys buying in, and they make their adjustments, and, you know, they never worry, they never get down, and that's the sign of a championship team. You know, they've been there before, they've done it before, they've learned from it, they've experienced it, and that's why it always puts them in position. They don't hit the panic button. They just know, hey, we got to just chip away. There's a lot of game left. Chip away, chip away, chip away, and then you get to a point like this, and you keep competing, and now you have yourself a chance to win here in overtime.
Westmont with the basketball. They bring it up the floor. It's Croco. Inside. Brownlee up strong. Good for two.
Basket score by Noah Brownlee.
Hey, also a tip of the cap to Kirshner playing this long with 4 fouls.
Yeah, he's doing a terrific job right now, just staying straight up and vertical. He's still being physical down there.
Kraft and Rupert both have 4 for Westmont Hilltop. Rupert and Kraft both out on the floor. Minute to play. Chargers have the ball in the lead. Colin Donato is fouled. Send Rocco to the line, and that will send Jackson Rupert to the bench.
Westmont Hilltop foul on number 11, Jackson Rupert. That's his 5th foul of the game.
And senior Jackson Rupert is fouled out.
Checking in, number 3.
All the South Fayette faithful are trickling in, going, this game's not over yet.
For OLSH. On the line,
It's been a terrific game all day long, and Hilltoppers come out on fire, and the Chargers just chipping away here.
Colin Donato misses his first.
Got to make your free throws.
I mean, he needs to hit one. It really.
I mean, this game's far from over.
Right.
53 seconds, a lot of time.
He does not. Hilltoppers very much alive.
Got to guard the 3, find Kraft.
There's a turnover. Vaughn to steal. PJ to Colin Donato. Fouled, and back to the line is Rocco with 42 seconds to go. And Westmont knew they needed to quickly foul and not let the Chargers score, make them earn it at the line.
Way to make a play by Colin Donato. Great defensive play, get the steal, get the run out. And luckily he got fouled there, though, because he was just throwing that ball in the air.
And there it is. Rocco Colin Donato. You know, we've talked about this at times, but, you know, Rocco kind of waiting his turn as a senior. You know, was contributing a little bit last year, but not as much as he wanted to. And, you know, the selflessness that he's shown as he hits these shots there, that's big time.
He's been terrific all year. He really embraced his role of being a 6th man and coming off and adding a spark, and basically plays starter minutes.
Lesnar, timeout taken with 33 seconds to go, and Westmont Hilltop burns one with 33 seconds, 69-64. It's a full timeout by Westmont Hilltop. What a ball game here on the PIAA first round in Class 3A. Man, you know what? I think another point of this, Christian, is I have said this off there. This has been OLSH's season. I take you back to the game up on tour. Like, they've played so many of these games, whereas the teams of the last few years haven't. They darn near mercy rolled everybody by 30, 40 points.
Right.
But this team has been so close and just has chipped in. It's gritty, and probably the most important asset of a team that plays close games is they don't blink when things get a little tight. And these moments for teenagers, these are big moments in state playoffs and WPIAL playoffs and big games. You say it all the time about the big moment and players making big plays in it.
Yeah, and these guys have all year. And again, like you said, it goes back to those early on games where they were put in these situations so many times and time after again. And they've really capitalized and learned from it and prepared for it. And here we go.
Croco gives it away to Miller. Miller hands it off inside Brownlee. Brownlee up and in for two. 3-point lead Chargers. Vaughn is fouled, and B.J. Vaughn is headed to the line to shoot two, double bonus. Croco gets called for the foul.
And they go to Brownlee again, and he finishes it in traffic. And good job by Kirshner again to stay straight up and not foul.
Croco's first foul, if you were wondering.
B.J. Vaughn on the line.
1 of 2 is fine. You know, expand this by a 2-possession game, and he does. First one is good.
And you got to think, too. I know we played 4 minutes of overtime, but 70 points. And for his you know, a little slow, the Chargers started out of the gate. Score 70 is a lot.
Rimmed out. 14 seconds. Westmont's got to roll. Wesner inside. Pulls it outside. 3 on the way. Miller hits a triple with 4 seconds. And it's a 1-point game, and the Hilltoppers not going away just yet.
Timeout, Westmont Hilltop.
What a game this is.
30 seconds away. And Caden Miller, the sophomore, banks in a 3 to make it a 1-point game with 4 seconds.
Hilltoppers just won't go away. Another bank in 3, and Chargers got to give everything they got right now, and they are. They're fighting. You just got to inbound the ball one more time. Make sure you don't turn it over here. Got to make sure you get it into your guys' hands that you want to shoot the free throws. And then you got to go make your free throws, because now it's a 1-point game. If you don't make your free throws and they got enough time to get down the court and make a shot.
(70-69) here in the overtime period.
The only thing that couldn't happen there was a 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Yep. Chargers to inbound. They get it in to Kirshner, and he is fouled. And Kirshner is going to have to go to the line. And Bryson, far from the best free throw shooting player on this Charger roster.
2 shots coming out for OLSH.
And 3 seconds to go. Double bonus, so 2 shots for Kirshner. They're going to call a timeout now. He's going to burn
Westmont Hilltop, 3.2 seconds remaining.
a timeout.
OLSH 70, Westmont Hilltop 69.
Going to try to ice him.
That was their last timeout.
And now you got to make both free throws.
Yeah, and there's still, I mean, there's an eternity left. I mean, oh man, it's just that's a scary place to be in here with 3 seconds and, you know, a half-court heave.
Yeah.
You could get it pretty much all the way up the court with 3 seconds and have a look at 3, and that wins the game for you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kirshner makes 2 free throws here, right? And you're up 3. You got 3 seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised if that, I don't know. That's a close one, because you can think about it, but you know as soon as they catch the ball, it might 1-2 dribbles, that's all they're getting. They're throwing it up, so you can't foul as they're in active shooting. Seen some crazy stuff over the times, and it is March. But I think the Chargers might go into some zone pressure
Once again,
and not
first year on the
man-to-man
line.
pressure, so they don't get beat off a ball, off a screen, or deep pass. So we'll see here. Coach Rodriguez still
Bryson
has the
Kirshner
timeout,
at
too.
the line, and here is the first, and it's no good.
Just 133. Come on.
Kirshner's second is good. 2-point game, 3 seconds to go. Hilltoppers out of timeouts. Here comes Kraft up the floor, half court here, good if it goes. It does not. Oh, the madness. Survive and advance. Chargers moving on, 71-69 in an absolute classic in the first round of the PIAA playoffs.
Wow.
Survive and advance, and the Chargers do it.
What a game. I mean, that was just a battle for the Chargers. Grinding that one out, going to overtime. Hilltoppers just wouldn't go away, and with great respect here by the coaches. And I mean, that was an instant classic.
Only here for the first game to please exit the gymnasium.
Unfortunately, somebody had to win it.
Again, all spectators for game 1, please exit.
A great finish. The Chargers were able to escape out of here against Westmont Hilltop team that was impressive. And, a tip of the cap to Ryan Kraft. What a job by Ryan Kraft and what he was able to do. But the Chargers were able to figure out a way, and it was not pretty by any stretch, but it doesn't need to be at this time of the year. You just need a win.
Yeah, now it's about just finding a way. It's March. It's just about finding a way to get it done. And the Chargers, despite the slow start, come out and figure it out and get into overtime, and even through a little bit of adversity and foul trouble, Chargers do a good job to just pull this win out.
71-69 the final. Chargers moving on to the PIAA second round for a, oh my, now I got to do my math. 7th consecutive year.
Come on, baby. Great
Rocco
game.
Colladinato giving us fist pounds on an impressive night for him off the bench. And this team is not good for anybody. It's like a stress test for your heart, the way that this team has gone.
I mean, the emotions that everybody that's a part of the Charger family are riding right now with these games, but that makes it for a fun game and fun year so far, and the Chargers aren't done yet, and hopefully keep chipping away at this thing here.
Yeah, so they will they'll advance PIAA second round on Wednesday. Second time to be determined against either Franklin, the District 10 champ, or Shady Side Academy, who is a familiar foe. The Chargers beat them in the quarterfinals just 2 weeks ago. So either a familiar opponent or not, but the Chargers will still be the top team in the bracket. They'll still be the higher seed, if you will, according to the PIAA. And all eyes on all 7 of the Whippeal teams in action today. Steel Valley, Bedford, that game should be wrapped up by now, but did not see an update on that one most recently. So I'm just curious on if the Ironmen were able to win as the District 3 or District 7 3 seed over Bedford today. Deer Lake's playing Seneca, and Neshannock playing Oil City, with Seton LaSalle playing Brookville. All those games happening today, and Chargers survive and advance. They do it. They're moving on to the second round, and that means both the girls and the boys in second round action. I know OLSH will be back with us on Tuesday. We will not have you. We're not having you either day. You're on the road, right?
Unfortunately not. When's the next one for this one?
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately not. I'll be gone all next week, unfortunately. So we need 2 wins so we can get to, well, maybe even they got to extend it.
And then if it were to play out, they would play Wednesday, and then they'd play Saturday, and then I'll be out. So I guess what we just did is talking
We
over our
schedule.
schedule but
On the air.
But that means you and I, this is our last ride together for basketball. So
Man, that's been so much
it's
fun.
been a blast,
It's
brother.
been a blast.
Glad
It
to
has
have you a
been.
part of this.
It has been.
As an
appreciate
OLSH
it.
graduate, I know the Chargers are near and dear to your heart, and
Yeah,
it's been fun to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's been super fun, and it's been a great year, and hopefully we're not done yet. Keep chipping away at this thing, and hey, who knows? Get to the finals.
That's ultimately the goal.
That is.
Watching some highlights from earlier today. And this second half win. 71-69, the final score. Next time we'll talk to you Tuesday. OLSH Avonworth for a fourth time. We'll have the call for you on Tuesday, and then boys on Wednesday. Site and time opponent, all to be determined, but keep it locked to olshathletics.org. They'll give you all the updates for when we will be on the air next.
I'll be tuned in, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We'll be tuned into you. Good luck, brother,
Yeah, I
on
appreciate
the NCAA tournament.
Let's get it.
All right, for Christian Harbaugh, Matt Stanziola, all the boys and girls in the truck. Thanks to Austin Avsek, who was behind camera and who left today's game, and he's going to play the Donnie Irish concert in Moon Township. That's a pretty cool freshman,
that's
man.
awesome.
Multi-talented, an athlete, a musician, a camera operator. Shout out to Austin for all his awesome work as well.
What a guy.
All right, thanks so much for watching this presentation of Charger basketball in the PIAA state playoffs. Chargers moving on, 71-69. Thanks for watching it all here on the OLSH Sports Network.